everyone. Hey, good morning and welcome to Morning Verses with Mike. Thank you for getting up and joining me this morning. As always, I'm going to be sharing this morning from the New Living Translation version of Every Man's Bible. Let me click over here to the chat room real quick. And hey, so a couple things. Quick reminder that I do this every Monday through Friday morning, 6:15 a.m. I would love for you to get up and join me live. For those that are joining live, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Do me a favor if you would, throw some likes out there. Click the share button so that we can get the word out on social media with other folks. The whole goal is to share the word of God, to share our faith with others, and to spread some positivity out early in the morning, or at least early in the morning here. It's, like I said, 6:15 a.m. where I'm at. Whatever time it is where you're at, I hope your day is already starting off great. Now, if you're watching this later, also just smash that share button and get the word out, right? Now, I broadcast this two different places. I broadcast it on the Morning Verses with Mike Facebook page, and I would encourage you, if you're not a fan, please go head on over there. Hit the like button. The only thing I share is these daily videos and then some daily Bible verses from Bible.com. So it's just to keep rooted in faith and spread that positivity out. And then I also share on the YouTube channel Morning Verses with Mike and go live over there as well. So I would love to have you join me for each of those. Do me a favor also, if you have a verse that is impactful to you, because I believe that the Bible, the verses in the Bible, the message from God, sometimes may speak to us differently at different times in our lives, depending on where we're at on the path. So if you have a verse that is impacting you, if you have some way that God is speaking to you right now, share the verse in the sidebar. If you're sharing something on your page, please tag me in it. I would love to continue the conversation after the video. So diving into this morning, I'm going to be sharing from Isaiah 43, verse 19. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. And throughout the chapter, this is the Lord's promise of victory to us. So I'm going to dive in here. Isaiah 43:19, like I said, Every Man's Bible. It's the New Living Translation. Get that up there. So here's where we're at if you'd like to follow along. 43:19 says, "For I'm about to do something new. See, I've already begun. Do you not see it? I'll make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. For I am about to do something new. See, I've already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers through a dry wasteland." This is the constant reminder that everything will work out for you. Everything will work out. Right now, this moment is always the time to start. I'd ask you the question, and if you take a step back for just a moment, what is God doing in your life right now? How is God working in your life right now? What is it that you want Him to do in your life? What impact do you want to be able to give others for Him to work through you to pass on to other people? It takes belief and it takes action on your part to get moving. Like, you've got to kickstart it. You've got to get rolling. You've got to get a move on. But I'm telling you, God is working in your life right now. Here's one of the keys. Your plans don't have to be perfectly formed. So often, before we're going to take action in something, we want to have that perfect plan. Like, I've got to work everything out so I can head down this path and make sure that everything will work out for you. See, it doesn't work that way. Your plan does not have to be perfect. Those will get laid out for you over time. God will continue speaking to you. He'll continue saying, hey, this is the path you're headed down. And will there be detours? Yeah, absolutely there's going to be detours. But the key is, over time, when we try to do something, when we try to start, don't we really start and then a lot of the times the plan changes anyway? Like, the end result may be the same, the end result may come out the same, but a lot of the times we start off, and while we're while we're headed down there, we realize we take a detour, and that detour is really a shortcut that God revealed to us, right? The plans change so often anyway. So even without the strongest plan, if you have something laid out, you have to start. You have to have a strong faith in place when you jump. If you haven't watched that video, Steve Harvey, when he's talking about jumping, I think that is one of the most powerful videos. I love it. I think the claim is they were recording him after the Family Feud, and he's talking about sometimes you just got to jump. You got to go. And knowing that God will help to create those paths. It says, I will create rivers in a dry wasteland. Like, God can lay it all out for you. He'll make the roads. He'll make the connections. He'll make the path. He'll throw the river through that dry wasteland. And so, that's the message, is when you're doing that, if you know that God will create it for you and through you, and you have that strong faith, He's going to create more opportunities and adventures for you than you may ever be able to imagine, right? You may not be able to see that here because you need the supernatural input of God saying, hey, here you go, right? So, hey, real quick, I've got a few people rolling through the sidebar, and I've got a deal taped over my screen. But Naomi, good morning. How are you? Tammy, Ryan, thanks. Not Van Halen jump. Ryan says it's Van Halen jump. I mean, okay, could be, right? But I love that song, by the way. Way to get me off track. Thanks for that, man. So let me ask you, as I'm coming to the close here, as I'm kind of wrapping up, let me ask you, what path are you on right now? Where are you headed? Where is God leading you? Is He taking you right now? If there's a whole bunch of wilderness coming up at you, if you're headed into that wilderness, if you can't see past, the next few feet of the path or the next mile of the path or whatever it is, if you can't see past that certain point in your path right now, you've got to trust in God. Trust in your faith. Trust in your faith. And let me ask you, whatever path it is that you're headed down right now, what are you headed through? I'd love to know what's your next direction. Maybe share that in the sidebar. Let's continue a conversation. Tag me. I would love to participate along your journey for where it is that you're headed. And sometimes God's got that path laid out. You can see all the way down it. He's already spoken to you. You know where you're headed, and off you go, and you can run a long ways because you can go fast and you can see far. And sometimes it's that, gosh, I don't know, that's kind of a dark and scary place. I don't know if I want to head into that wilderness. So I'm going to hit that verse one more time, and we're going to close out. Isaiah 43:19 says, for I'm about to do something new. See, I've already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in a dry wasteland. So I encourage you, even if you don't have the perfectly formed path, but you know that is the path, then start walking, start running, jump, right? So thanks for getting up and joining me early this morning. Hey, we're headed into a weekend. I hope you have a really great weekend. Remember, I'm doing this every weekday morning, 6:15 a.m. I would love to have you join me. And again, I'll ask you, just because I want to get the word out. I want to spread, faith and positivity and fire to other people, and just share the message of God because it lights me up. So do me a favor, just hit the share button on your social media. Share it on whatever platform it is that you're on, and help me get the word out to other people. Let's be a light and spread our faith to others and some positivity. So hope you have a great weekend. Until we speak next, I'll tell you what, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.